Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah. I'm so tempted to say I'm a PhD student, but I have finished graduate school. I now have a PhD and I'm a professor. And I recently moved to Miami, Florida to start a new job as a professor of writing studies at the University of Miami. So if this is the first vlog of mine that you're seeing, now is a great time to join and you should hit that subscribe button. And if you've been following along with this whole journey, thank you so much, welcome back. And you've probably noticed that it's been a minute. It's been over a month since I've uploaded to YouTube, which is a really long time. I had filmed a vlog over the span of like several weeks and I was just like picking up my camera, doing like moving stuff, but it was honestly just like so tremendously sad that I just was like, I need to start over and just make a new vlog because this is so sad. So when I'm editing this, maybe I'll go back and insert a clip. But saying bye to Megan, my roommate of 7 years, and to Pirelli, our shared cat, because it just made more sense for her to go with Megan because Megan was only a 5-hour drive away from Bloomington, rather than coming all the way down to Miami. But we will revisit the agreement in a year. But yeah, all of that was really sad. Yesterday was the hardest day of my life. Not to be dramatic, but like I feel like you could tell that I was crying all day. I'm gonna try and like pull it together, but saying bye to Megan and Pirelli was the hardest thing of my life. Like, and I know I'm so like lucky and grateful to like have had and still have like such great relationships that like make saying goodbye so hard, but oh, this is why I haven't vlogged for like several days, because I'm just so sad, you guys. Like so there's a lot to update you all on. You may notice I'm in a new place, but it's actually not that new because it's my parents' house. So I grew up in Miami, Florida. My parents still live here. My parents recently remodeled their home a couple of years ago and it is clearly a beautiful home. And they so generously offered that I could stay with them for however long I need. I'm hoping it's just a couple of months, while I sort of like get adjusted to my new job, get adjusted to having like a routine and things like that. And also while I figure out the move with Zach and stuff like that. So ideally I will have my own apartment soon, but I just didn't have the time or just like the headspace. I was so busy with the dissertation right up until the very end to find a place that I truly loved. And rent in Miami is so expensive and I don't want to sign a lease on a place just to have something when I can really just live with my parents for a little while, save a lot of money, and just like take my time to find a place that like I'm really excited about. So that being said, it's been a journey to move back. I posted a lot of it on TikTok and on Instagram because that was just like easier to do rather than like making full vlogs. But I decided to go with a U-Haul U-Box to move all of my stuff. So I got rid of everything that wouldn't fit. A lot of the furniture went with Megan. I kept a few small pieces like some bookshelves, a nightstand, my little coffee bar thing, my standing desk, my walking pad, but all the big things, the table, the couch, all of that went with Megan. A lot of it was hers anyway, but it was honestly really smooth and seamless, and I would recommend a U-Haul U-Box to anyone who is moving. Sort of like, it said it fits 1 bedroom up to like a studio apartment, so that amount of stuff. I had some movers who sort of did Tetris and shoved everything in there, and then they shipped it all down to Miami for me. And it literally got delivered into my driveway. And it was super seamless, and I got text message updates. I also put a little AirTag tracker in there so I could track my pod just like for my own anxiety. But the whole thing only ended up costing a little over $3,000, which in the scheme of moving is very cheap for a cross-country move. So very happy about that. And then it took a minute to get everything out of the box and sort of settled, I ended up having to do a storage unit because obviously I can't store all of that stuff in my parents' home. And a lot of houses in Miami don't have garages, and no houses in Miami have a basement because we're like barely above sea level. So storage unit was just the way to go. We did all of that yesterday, me and my parents. So grateful for them. And they helped me to move everything in there. And again, my dad did like Tetris to get it all to fit. And the storage unit is about $100 a month. So that is a lot cheaper than paying thousands of dollars a month in rent. So yeah, with all that being said, I can go ahead and show you my room. I have tried to like condense everything that I had in my townhouse in Bloomington that was in my bathroom, which I had, it was like my own bathroom miniature with Megan. The office that we shared, the office closet, and then my whole bedroom into one single room here. So it's very much function over form, but I have tried to make it like still feel somewhat cozy, somewhere where like I'll feel, I don't know, relaxed. I spend a lot of time in my room. I feel like reading and working and just like chilling out. So it's done, and let's take a little look. Okay, here she is. Remember, function over form. So flow isn't great, but I have everything I need. So I got this cute little rug. It was a mission to lay it down. Shout out to my dad. These cubbies I built here, which I'm waiting for more inserts to come because obviously I got a lot of junk to hide. My dresser. This was a holdover from Bloomington. Looks exactly the same as it did. Got some cute fall candles at Target though. Then I have a hamper, typically right back there, but I'm doing laundry, so it's in the laundry room. My little towel hook. This was in my bathroom before, so it's not the most aesthetic, but gotta put it here. My closet, which I'll show you in a second. That was in my bathroom before, so it's gonna be in the bedroom now. The desk, which is like a desk vanity hybrid. This mirror obviously has to go, so I have a new one coming in the mail soon. And then I also have a new chair coming. That's gonna be like a blue color to match the rug. This one is like really old and all the leather is chipping away. This was my childhood desk, but we're making do. And then it sort of functions as like a nightstand too. Like, here's a lot of stuff that was in my nightstand, like medications and sleep mask, book light. Then it also is like a desk because I have some like markers and notepads and stuff like that. Then I have this little clip-on nightstand, which I had when I lived at home during quarantine when I started this channel. So if you know, you know, which is like my retainer, phone charger, fan, because I often get hot in the middle of the night. Really exciting up here is a projector, which was only $40. And I can show you it tonight when like the sun sets and stuff, and it just projects up on this wall. I don't need like any sheet or anything. And it is like just, I don't know, amazing. I'm obsessed with this projector right now. It's like my hyperfixation. My jelly cat. This is a king size bed, which is enormous. I do not need this for one person, but this is just what was in here along with the desk. So we are just making do because the bed is really heavy and I'm not about to like move it into storage. And I didn't bring my bed with me. My mirror, also holdover from Bloomington. My little ottoman with all my hair tools in it. So much of this room, I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna pretend I'm like living in a studio apartment in New York City. But for free, because I'm with my parents. So again, not the most like feng shui. I would have loved to turn the rug the other way because it's 8 by 10 and I imagine like 8 going this way and then 10 going this way. But the bed is literally so heavy that we had to do it like this because we couldn't even lift up this part here. So it's kind of just like folded and tucked, and don't look at all those cords. So it is what it is. I love the rug itself. I don't know if I love it like in this placement and this size, but I will definitely be taking her with me when I go to an apartment. So this is what we'll be living in for the next few months. Definitely more than functional, an amazing deal because it's free. And here's the closet. When I first moved in and put all my clothes there, it fell and it scared me so bad at 4 AM in the middle of the night. So we had someone come and put like these wood things under it and just make it more, I don't know, sturdy. So now I'm able to put like a lot of stuff up here, even like heavy stuff, like that's like nail polish, which is really heavy, some cookbooks, which are pretty heavy, and I bought these space-saving hangers, and they do indeed save a lot of space because I have 20 pairs of pants and skirts, 20 bottoms essentially, only taking up that much space. The closet's much smaller than it was at Bluey did, so we have to make do. That suitcase used to be in like my coat closet, but we gotta shove it here. Got some shoes, all my dresses over there. Tried to like color organize things a little bit. So yeah, all my winter clothes are in storage. Obviously, it's a million degrees here right now. So that's the update. I think we are all caught up to speed. I'm sure as this vlog goes on, I'll be like, oh yeah, there's so much stuff that I haven't told you. You really didn't miss much after the dissertation. It was a lot of just like packing and moving content, and like I said, it was pretty sad. And a lot of just like doing nothing. It has been amazing to finish the dissertation and truly just like enjoy my summer. To just rest and let myself go into this new job with like the best foot forward and just like feeling ready to go. I'm feeling excited to teach again. I'm feeling excited to get back into like reading academic articles again. And I won't say I'm excited to write again, but I'm excited to just like get back into the swing of things. So the semester starts for me in exactly 1 week from today, because I'll be teaching Tuesdays, Thursdays, and today's Tuesday. Officially classes start next Monday, but obviously I'm not teaching. And I need to focus on finishing up my syllabus this week. So I had a virtual orientation yesterday, and then I have like my big in-person orientation on Friday where they give me like my ID card and all of that fun stuff. So I really have today and tomorrow to really get a lot of it done, because Thursday I also move into my office and I have some other meetings with some other writing center stuff that I'm doing. So this semester I'm teaching one section of first year writing. It's been a minute since I've taught like a traditional first year writing. I did like my digital version of it. So again, I'm excited to get back into that. And the curriculum is different. It's a different university, different learning objectives, different textbook. And then what I am also doing is I'm leading a dissertation writing group, which is really exciting because that was something I really liked doing through the Writing Center at IU. And the Writing Center is in the Department of Writing Studies at UM, so I'm able to lead a disc group and work with some grad students and just sort of like form connections across departments and disciplines, and also get some writing of my own done during that time, hopefully. So I have a meeting for that on Thursday. So that's what I'm going to shift gears into doing now. Just working on the syllabus. I worked on it last week. I obviously like have some of it done, otherwise I'd be like freaking out a little bit. I have like the sort of skeleton, bare bones of the syllabus. I know what major assignments I'm doing. I need to really go through and like look at dates and try and say like how much time students will need for each assignment. Look at like when Thanksgiving break, fall break, and some major holidays fall. To sort of just like pin down some things. I just want to like flesh out the units a little bit more. But a lot of my teaching philosophy is like built around like responsivity and flexibility, and that for me means that like everything is subject to change depending on like students' needs. If it is clear to me that students are not grasping some key concepts that they're going to need for the major assignment, that means that like maybe we need to spend an extra day or two. So if we need to push the assignment back, we can. So that also makes me feel like less anxious going into things. And I know that I'm sort of like planning as we go throughout the semester. And that has just like been far and above what has worked best for me and what's worked best for students more than anything. So the textbook that we are using is a new one for me. I typically used Writer Designer, which was a lot of like multimodal digital rhetorics. And this is writing about writing. And I want to go through this a lot more in depth. I've gone through it a little bit and I really like it so far. So that's also what I'm going to spend today doing. So it's already 11:40. I had a real lazy morning and then I took a shower, did my makeup, and now I think I'm gonna go to a little coffee shop to force myself to like lock in, because I will just lay in bed and watch my projector if I am at home. So I need to make sure that my laptop is charged and my headphones are charged. So I will do that now. Another reason I moved home, so she could cook me dinner. She made, what's in here? Refried beans?
Refried beans and cheese
enchiladas. I remember if it was black beans. Refried beans and cheese enchiladas.
Those are cheese enchiladas for Dad. No beans for him.
Queso, some chippies. Okay, it's much later now. The air conditioning like really rattles in this room, so I hope you can't hear it too bad on the vlog. It's 9:52. I had therapy tonight after dinner, and then I did a Chick-fil-A run and got myself a milkshake, got my dad a milkshake, and then got a milkshake for my brother and drove it over to his house because he also needed me to drop off some diapers that we had bought yesterday. And he said that my nephew is sick, and I just saw him over the weekend, so I'm drinking some like immune support liquid IV because I really don't want to get sick before the first week of class. I don't want to get sick ever, but especially for the first week of class would not be great. Also hoping to get a lot of sleep tonight, just in case. And can't wait to like lay in bed, turn on my projector. That's like my favorite time of the night now, or the day, I guess. I got a lot of work done on the syllabus, but still gotta lock in and do some more tomorrow. I'll give you an update on like all the ins and outs of the syllabus tomorrow. Here she is. I have my Apple TV hooked up to it. And I could just go YouTube, Netflix. I've been watching The Hunting Wives lately. I need to finish season 2 of Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders. And I also watched this limited series of adolescents. And I have the last episode left, but Zach said it was really sad. We'll do The Hunting Wives again. Good night. I'm scared it's come for me. I woke up in the middle of the night and just like wasn't quite feeling right. I was up for like an hour, and then I woke up this morning and my throat feels sore, my ears feel clogged, just feel like general like head cold symptoms. I think I'm gonna drink some tea with honey and maybe take some like Advil or Tylenol and just like chill out for a second before jumping in to work today. This sucks. This is the price you pay when you live near children. Okay, feeling a bit better after taking some Advil. I'm drinking some Gatorade, and I also made some ramen noodles with some crackers. Gonna eat that, and then I'm gonna take a look through the textbook just to decide which readings I want to do. Definitely for the first unit, but hopefully for the whole class. Writing about writing. I think I mentioned yesterday that this is what we're using. And the first major assignment that students are working on is a multi-literacy narrative. So talking about the different forms of literacy that they have encountered throughout their life. I'm gonna lean heavily into like multimodal literacies here, of course, but also like embodied literacies and things like that. And there's a couple different literacy narratives in here, like one from Villanueva, Rashawn Young's, and these would be like really good examples. But I'm also toying with the idea of using like excerpts from an article that I really like by Bernadette Calafell, and it is about her experiences as like a Chicana woman and what she calls theories of flesh, drawing on a lot from like Gloria Anzaldúa, and I think that this could be really interesting. I just don't know if it's gonna be too difficult potentially for freshmen, or if like, because it's long, it's also 30 pages, if like taking excerpts from it is gonna like sort of defeat the purpose. So I'm gonna mess around with that a little bit. Okay, spent a couple hours refining some things for the syllabus, and with the exception of a few small tweaks, I feel like it is good to go. And this is exciting. I have like all the major dates for everything planned out. I have a whole sort of like table with a semester at a glance, what we're doing each week. I obviously don't know like the ins and outs, but like the major focus of the week. I feel good about everything. I always feel like I'm cramming so much into a semester, but that's just like the way classes work. And I went through, picked out all the readings that I want to do for the first unit, have that all set up. I just don't get access to Canvas or Blackboard or anything until Friday, because that's like the first day of my contract. So unfortunately, I can't like set up my Canvas page or anything, but that's okay. It shouldn't be too hard. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use Canvas because that's like what I used at IU and I'm familiar with it, and I don't see a point in having to learn something new if I can just use Canvas. So I'm feeling good, feeling like I want to take a little more medicine. Might switch to Tylenol this time. And I'm gonna run to Publix real quick because I really want to get stuff to make like the Starbucks medicine ball tea. You know, if you watched any of my vlogs when I was in Bloomington, I would make that all the time. It's just so cozy. And I'm gonna get in bed and continue watching The Hunting Wives. Let's go move into my office. No makeup on, just SPF and a slick back because I anticipate sweating. Wow, I am sweaty. I'm glad that I just slicked my hair back. I saw some people, everyone was so nice and was like, Sarah, we're so glad you're here. So it was really sweet. I felt so wanted. And I got all the stuff moved into my office. I took a little clip, but I was too scared to talk because the door was open. So I will do like a little voiceover segment for the plans for my office. The office is huge. I'm so excited. I already started making a list of everything I want to like ask them for. Like I need, as I mentioned, like seating areas for students to sit when they come for office hours. And I just like have like other stuff I want to buy. Like I want to make like a little emergency kit to have in my office with like shout wipes, band-aids, like Advil, things like that. And I want to have a little coffee station. And the office is huge. It is like bigger than all my professors' offices at UF. And I'm so excited. It's feeling so real. I obviously am feeling much better today, so that's good. I am going to go to a smoothie bowl place now called Pliables because it's only a mile away. And then I'm gonna go home. I will probably shower because I'm so freaking sweaty. And then get on a Zoom call for talking about the dissertation writing group that I'm leading with the Writing Center this semester. So here is my new office, which is so exciting. I've literally never had an office before. As grad students at IU, we didn't have offices. So I'm starting to set up, but in this corner my phone, picture with Megan, of course. That's like some grad school stuff. I have like a lot of frames and things that I need to get framed. But I'm really excited for this little coffee corner. I brought my Nespresso in because I have my mom's. So this one was just gonna stay in the storage unit. All my books. And then this office used to have 3 desks in it. They're gonna move that other desk out. And then there was one in this corner. So I'm gonna have more bookshelves there, like a table and chairs for students. This window is amazing. Like the best part of the office by far. Like this is a dream. Can't believe that's my view. Didn't have time to take a shower when I got home before that meeting. So I just changed my shirt. I ended up throwing on a sweater over this anyway. Just does Miami in UM's colors. My sister actually found it for me at like a TJ Maxx or like Ross or something really random like that up in Orlando. So that's fun. The meeting went well. We talked about what I need to do for the dissertation groups. They're structured a little bit differently than how IU did them. So I was just asking some questions, getting some info. Need to make a little Adobe Express flyer before tonight. But now I'm gonna head over to my brother's house to babysit my nephew for a little bit because he has to head out for a work thing and my sister-in-law doesn't get back from work for like another hour or so. So let's hang out with the baby. Several days later, I realized I forgot to end off the vlog as I was editing it today. So on Friday, I did my orientation and it was quite long and I sat in traffic for so long on the way there and on the way back. And I was not in the best of moods because of the road rage that I was having. But luckily, I'm never gonna have to drive during peak like rush hour times with the way my schedule's gonna work out. That was just for orientation. And then yesterday I did a little bit of shopping and got some new fun things for my office. I'm gonna wait to show you guys until I get like my office completely like set up and stuff, but I got like stuff for like a little coffee station and I made like a whole basket that I'm gonna bring to the office with like extra Advil and like, I don't know, random stuff. Like, what else is in there? Band-aids, an extra phone charger, just like a sort of like emergency kit. And I'm excited about that. I am a little bit stressed out because I still have to get parking resolved. I wasn't in the system, so I still don't have a parking permit yet. And it's the weekend, so I can't contact them. And I'm waiting for them to migrate my course from Blackboard to Canvas, which is also a little bit less than ideal that school starts next week and that's not done. Anyway, there were a lot of updates in this vlog. I'm excited to get the semester started. I'm excited to enter this new era of being a professor, of moving back to Miami, sort of like recreating this relationship with my childhood hometown and my literal childhood home for a bit. A saving money era and just all the things. Of course, using my vlog to think through my research, to connect with you all. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, I would love if you would subscribe and leave a comment down below. Let me know if this is your first time watching one of my videos. Follow me on TikTok, on Instagram. Send me an email. I love chatting with you guys. But I will see you in the next first day of school vlog.